off right now, pretty much. Just like had to go to court this morning. Got good news that I didn't have to fucking basically pay for as much for the fucking window as I thought I was gonna have to, so I have until like May the 4th now to like get all that shit sorted out. And then my husband and I decided to pick up my daughter, and we were gonna go out for lunch before we headed home, which was obviously a big fucking mistake as usual. Stop at Taco Bell, and Craig's always in a fucking rush to leave without me, and that automatically set off my anxiety. Then we're walking through the parking lot, and I'm telling him how his abandonment is making me feel, and some fucking bitch in a minivan thinks that she can sit there and fucking shake her head at me! So safe to say, she got the fucking finger and told her that she should fucking mind her own fucking business. And before you know, she's rolling down the window telling my husband how he's the victim. Like, are you fucking kidding me? She's so fucking lucky my kid wasn't with her. Like, just like the day that I get fucking charges cleared and I almost fucking had new ones punched right back into my fucking system again. Fucking want to drag that bitch across the pavement. The fuck is wrong with you people? Mind your own goddamn businesses! You don't know what the fuck I go through! Yeah, but my husband's the victim, right? My husband's the one that's the fucking victim. Fuck off! And as usual, he doesn't say anything either. So I'm just fucking even more in my head right now and even more fucking pissed off! So fucking tired of this shit happening. I just want to have a fucking normal day. I just want people to fucking start understanding and stop looking at me like I'm the fucking horrible person. Like, I'm fucking sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do you want from me? Alright, so we'll do this at the moment. So you go ahead, you tell me, Craig, why didn't you fucking defend me?
We were in the restaurant, and when I get stressed out, I tend not to completely remember the details, but I remember the end of what happened in the restaurant. Jackie was starting to get agitated, and I can do okay with that, but I felt like her agitation got directed at me because she told me to fuck off or something because I wasn't doing something, whatever. So I got really upset, and I decided the best thing to do is not to confront her or turn around and show her that I was angry about what she said, and I was just like, I'm gonna walk out the door before I get really mad, and I don't want to fight with her. It's like, fights, I always lose, you know what I mean? Even if I win a fight, I lose, so I try to avoid them at all costs, so I don't want to fight. So I walked away pissed off, and I knew Jackie was gonna follow behind me. Jackie follows behind me, and because I walked out, of course she's ranting, you know, I don't blame her, but I was just trying to like diffuse my own emotions so that I didn't become angry and I could stay in a stressed, supportive mood. And then what happens is we get to the car, and Jackie's sharing her words as we're walking towards the car. So I guess someone's in the drive-thru, and I don't see anything what's going on because I'm facing the car and I have the baby in my hands. And Jackie asked me a question and I gave her a response she didn't like, and she yelled, and then this chick in this car, I only saw the one chick in the passenger seat, said something along the lines of yells, goes, "Why don't you treat your boyfriend with a little respect?" At which point, I mean, my mind is blown at this point, because number one is Jackie is in a very bad state, and I need to get things done quickly to try to help her. But I'm trying to get the baby buckled into the seatbelt, and I got this other bitch in my right ear screaming at my wife. So I just kind of realized that she called me a victim, and I was buckling in Eleanor, so I turned to the right to look at her for a quick second, and I just kind of smirked, like, you know, like that. And I was just like, in my head, I'm like, are you fucking retarded? Like, I wanted to say, like, shut up, what do you know about mental illness? But I didn't have time. I was buckling in Eleanor. I wanted to focus on Jackie. And then before I could even do anything, Jackie's like, "Get in the car, we have to go right now." And I'm like, okay. I get in the car and I roll up the window because Jackie's so agitated, I don't want her to yell at her more. And then, you know, Jackie got stressed and started worrying about this lady calling the cops and calling child services, like, because you raised your voice in front of your kid. Like, that's the most, you know, like, so I was really, really agitated at this point. And then everything happened so fast, and Jackie gets mad because she feels like I didn't defend her. Well, here's how I feel about that. I mean, I would defend my wife from anybody, but you all know that sometimes you're in situations that don't require defense. Like, this chick is a stranger. We'll never see her again. She's like a dog leaning out the car window, barking. Like, oh, I saw something, I'm gonna say something. You have nothing to do with our lives. Even though you try to judge my wife, you can't judge her. You can say whatever you want, but it's only words. But the problem is those words hurt my wife. So I mean, it's a really, really shitty situation to be in. Jackie feels like she's being judged by her, and a little situation with us escalates into a big situation that it doesn't fucking need to be. Because I support my wife and I would kill a bitch if I had to. But I mean, this trash, and that's why I call it, she's trash. She's not worth it. We're married, we're with a kid. She's not even observant enough to realize we're married. We're both wearing pretty big rings on our fingers. We have a child, we're together. I mean, like, treat your boyfriend, like, are you retarded? And I'm sorry if you guys, this generation, find that word offensive, but that is retarded, okay? To act like that, to make assumptions, to not know anything that's going on. You irritated my wife, even, like, so if my wife was at a bipolar level of like 3, which I was totally capable of handling and talking her through it, even if I was feeling agitated myself, you bring my wife up to a 7 with one sentence. And while we're sitting here arguing about her and venting about her, she's gone, we'll never see her again. But me and my wife are suffering the repercussions of it. It's like, we're suffering because of one sentence a stranger said. Welcome to bipolar. And Jackie's feelings aren't wrong. I mean, I was pissed off in a moment. So yeah, Jackie felt like abandoned, and she was. I walked away because I was pissed off at her. You know, like, your wife could have a mental illness, not bipolar. You're still gonna get mad at her when she, like, lashes out and you feel like it's directed at you a little too much. So it's not her fucking fault, and I never blame her, and I didn't feel like a victim. So it's pretty irritating to be like, I've gone through so much trying to understand my wife, knowing that she's the real victim, because even if I'm pissed off or Jackie got on my nerves, it's not like it ruins my whole day. You say one sentence, we're having a great morning, the court thing was like the best verdict we could have got. And then this chick with one sentence pisses off my wife, almost causes a serious fight between me and my wife over some fucking stranger and her dumbass comment about me, you know, respecting me. Let me tell you something about respect, okay? For those of you that know about mental illness, you know the highs and lows, and it's very hard to stay on the middle line, the equilibrium, right, is called. When Jackie is at her close spot to her equilibrium, she is the most incredible, wonderful person. And it's like, her illness is not her fault. And I have learned, for the most part, how to separate the two and not blame Jackie and not try to let it affect our relationship and my mood, because if I get into a bad mood after and I'm pissed off at Jackie, that energy is going to rub on Jackie all day and it's not going to solve anything. It's only going to make things worse. So anyway, I'll end this rant, but this is a message for, I guess, people who are either unknowledgeable or fucking ignorant, that you don't know shit, you don't know mental illness, and just like, if you don't know, stay the fuck away and mind your own damn business. You know what I mean? If my wife was in distress and needed help, women know how to scream for help in public. And I'm a man. Do I look like I'm scared of shit? If I'm in public and I need help, I can call 911, I can ask a stranger for help. It's like, what the fuck ever. And you know what? Another message too. There's times when my wife has broken down on the side of the road. Like, Craig, stop the car, I need to get out right now. And they're not just judgmental towards Jackie, they're judgmental towards me. Because what'll happen is, Jackie will be on the side of the road, hunched over, crying, whatever, and I'm just like pulled over, can't really do much, but I'm there with her. And we get these dudes that pull over and are like, ma'am, are you okay? Like I'm fucking like beating her or something on the side of the road, or I distressed her so much, I'm the biggest prick you've ever met. Like, so yeah, don't be judgmental. Just because you see people fighting or screaming, or you see somebody losing it and losing their patience, like, take a step back. Maybe just say, do you need help? And then back off. If you really feel so nosy you need to observe, sit there and shut the fuck up. Maybe you'll learn something. I don't know, but it's over, man. For those of you people that, the good people out there, stay strong. Remember, you're never alone. You're not going through this alone. My wife goes through this with me all the time. So, that's it.
So, I'm a little calmer now. I always feel really shitty after I have moments like that, because I never want to get that angry. And it just comes just pouring out of me sometimes, like, especially when situations like that happen, you know, where they just like come out of nowhere and you just don't expect. Can you please get me a coffee?
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, we're still like on the road. I'm trying to refocus. Usually an incident like that would, Christ right, it would fucking completely spiral my day out of control, and or it would start something that would just not end until I went to bed, and even sometimes the next day I'd wake up feeling already anxious. So I'm trying not to let my emotions get the best of me right now. I got the anger out, and usually after the anger comes the depression, so I'm just trying not to cry at the moment so I can stay centered, stay in my good place. So, just
hi, how can I help you?
Hi, can I just get a large coffee, triple?
Sure.
just remember that
95 cents.
Thank you.
That you're gonna have days where unexpected things are bound to happen, and you just need to kind of work through them as they go, and some of them are going to be easier than others, and some of them are going to be harder than others to deal with. And today was definitely one of those days where I was like telling Craig to leave very quickly because I felt the urge to get out of the car and just fucking beat this chick. Like, I could take certain levels of ignorance, but that was an extra special dash of ignorance today.
She jumped in so fast.
Like, she had absolutely no idea what was going on. Like, I walked literally, like, the drive-thru is on, like, the side of the building, and we walked from the front. So she didn't even see, like, me and my husband having the initial argument as we exit the front door. She didn't see anything until we went around the corner of the building to where our car was. So it was like, she only saw like a quarter of what really happened, and she thought, based on that she knew what was going on.
She saw you yell out, like, not even one sentence, and then she had to make her comment.
Oh, like, yeah, like, right away. Had to jump in on that shit, like... Wouldn't be surprised me if she was a cop or something in her free time.
Yeah.
Fucking one of those typical good Samaritans, you know, that aren't really good Samaritans at all. They're just fucking nosy motherfuckers that are ruining your lives.
Thanks.
You know, one of those neighbors that peers out your fucking window at everything you do, just waiting for your fucking, you know, your wrong move. That's how I feel she was. She was like one of those people.
Are they having a promotion?
Maybe.
$1 coffee?
Apparently McDonald's is having cheap coffee right now.
Yeah, it's 95 cents for a large.
But yeah, so you have to deal with those kind of people. I don't even know. I can't give you a lot of advice because, I mean, I'm still learning how to deal with those kinds of situations myself. I mean, I was just charged with mischief like less than 6 months ago, so not exactly the best role model for that kind of thing, but I have managed to avoid physical violence a lot in my life, especially with my bipolar. I usually tend to take it out on objects or things around me, like shattering plates or glasses, or...
Your favorite thing is doors.
Doors.
Slamming doors.
Punching holes in the wall.
Hurting your knuckles.
Dashboard. You know, whatever's around. I just, you know, try not to focus it on people so much. And I'm glad. Because who knows what criminal charges I could be racking up by now. But yeah, until next time, just remember that you have to stay strong, and you have to be prepared to deal with those kinds of situations, and you have to be prepared for people that are extremely ignorant, that like literally will take a situation and completely turn it into something that it's totally not. So don't let those people get to you. I know I let her get to me, but that was because I was already having like a really good day in my book. Like I was having a really good day, and then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, it was like, it went from, you know, like, yay, I'm having like an 8 on the happy scale today, and then all of a sudden this bitch dropped me to a 2 in like 3 seconds, you know, like... So, I'm picking myself back up slowly, but just remember, stay strong, and remember, you're never alone. Hey everyone, so I thought that this video was done for the day, but apparently my intuition at Taco Bell was correct, and the woman that was in the minivan that decided to spew out her comments at us also decided to phone the police and file a false police report against my husband and I. So she alleged that while we were walking to the car, I was punching my husband while he was holding my daughter. So yeah, needless to say, we were both pretty fucking shocked and appalled that someone could make up such a fucking blatant lie. And I really hope that Taco Bell has fucking security cameras pointing at, like, where we were parked in the parking lot, because we both know for sure that the entire time that we were walking from the door, like the exit to Taco Bell, to the car, we were at least 5 feet or more apart. So her allegations are completely unjustifiable, and their videotapes are going to show nothing because nothing happened. We were having a mild disagreement, and this chick, nosy chick, decided that she was going to try to ruin somebody's life over fucking nothing. So yeah, we just had a police officer show up at our door and obviously wanted to check and see if my husband was okay, I was okay, and my daughter was okay. So yeah, that was, needless to say, real fucking fun. So me and my husband are a little upset about that right now. But we had to just talk to the officer. My husband obviously told the officer that the allegation was completely false, and the chick was completely over escalating what happened. Like, it was completely thrown out of proportion. And he obviously saw that the three of us were fine, and he's like, you know, I see the three of you are fine, and obviously to me, case closed. And he gave us his card and just asked us to call the police station in the city where the incident happened, and just basically tell the officer what had happened, and that an officer had come to our door and checked on everything, and everything was fine. And so my husband took care of that, and hopefully that's the last we're going to be hearing of that. So it was nice to have one side of the law today, you know, being in a courtroom, you know, wrapping up all of the criminal mischief drama, and then today having fucking false domestic abuse allegations against me. So awesome fucking day. And before I start rambling, I'm sure my husband wants to give his point of view, so I will let him do that in a minute. Give me a few minutes here.
I don't even really know what to say. I'm just so rattled that my wife could raise her voice to me in public, which, let's be clear, is not a problem to me. I'm used to dealing with Jackie's mania. And then to have her tell the girl in the car who made the comment that she should respect me to F off. To have that woman call the police and tell them that my wife was punching me, it's like, wow, man, you are a vindictive, evil son of a bitch. Wow. So yeah, the police come to the door and I'm just like shell-shocked. I'm like, he's like, we got an email. Like, email about what? And Jackie had made the comment that something may have happened at Taco Bell, so, and that they'd call the police, and I was like, no way, they're not going to call the police because you raised your voice. But yeah, apparently she was punching me and abusing me, and yeah, so he wanted to make sure I was okay. And then he's like, bring Jackie. Jackie comes. Jackie right away realizes what it is, starts crying, and drops to the ground, and I'm like, don't worry, don't cry, it's fine. So obviously the officer can see that we care for each other, and there's no violent domestic abuse going on, I don't think. And then to my bewilderment, he asked to see the child. Oh man, that shit, I mean, that pisses me off, man. Like, I am, not to toot my own horn, but I am an exceptional father. I love my kid more than anything. I have a big family, I have lots of sisters, I love them all, I love kids. I'm a child myself, I still play video games, I don't care. I love kids, and I love my kid to death, and for him to be like, can I make sure the child's okay? It's just like, you feel so invaded, you feel like, how dare you, you know, like, of course my child's okay. And of course Jackie brings the child, and she's like all smiles and stuff, and cute as hell. Man, what a bitch. I can't believe you called the police. Like, get over yourself. You know, told the police officer, you know, she's got bipolar, you know, so obviously she's got ups and downs, and everything's fine, we're used to dealing with it, and yeah, just shell shock. That's all I have to say. Can't believe it. Unreal.